2016 Chevy Suburban LT. Customer complaint is intermittent no start and intermittent dash going blank. I guess for the intermittent no start, someone already replaced the starter, but obviously that didn't work, so now I get to play with it. I'm gonna try to get it in the shop here, see what's going on. Sick. Let's see, real time. I'm not doing or touching anything. There. What? The engine is still running. That just went out. And now these are back. And now it's back. Oh, dude, hell yeah. Oh, yes. This is gonna be so easy to figure out, isn't it? Psh. All right, we've definitely, we're definitely doing stuff here. We got craziness with this. I'm not touching anything. Okay, it just stopped doing it immediately. Hit the brake. Oh, what was that? Brake. Okay, wow. It was not starting before. Super cool, super good. Hands off. Hit the brake. Close the door. Okay. Okay. Oh. I say I didn't just do that. Let's turn it back on again. Okay. Now turn it off. And it worked that time. You know what? Sweet. Amazing. All right, so this thing is doing stuff I have never seen before on any car I've had to diagnose. So I started doing a little bit of research online, some videos, YouTube, whatever. And, it is a common thing on these for wiring harnesses to have an issue, chafing, and all that stuff. So I started to suspect that. Chased all the wiring harnesses in the engine bay until I saw this guy here. And this is the main splice right next to the ECM. And it was actually rubbing that corner of the bracket that holds the ECM in place. So I, took that all apart, repaired all those wires as best I could in the moment, and you'll see what happened after that. Why does it take so many tries to turn it off? No, it's not coming on. There's just a relay clicking. Oh. I'm not. Okay. Wow. Okay. It's, you know, didn't shut off. Oh, and now it did. Okay. We're getting nowhere. LOL. Well, so I went right back to looking for more wiring issues, because, I mean, what else could it be, right? I mean, this is some crazy stuff. So I went looking around, and this is now in the driver's door jamb wiring harness. When you open and close the door, that's the little harness right there. And as you can see, it's pretty goofy gabbered, so I decided to fix all those little wires right in there. And in the next clip, you'll see what happened after that. Actually, no. There is no next clip to see what happened after that. It just didn't work. Whatever. So I started to suspect an issue with the BCM. So there we are. All right. Well, I got the door shut and locked, and the keys out of the car over there, trying to get it to go to sleep so I can. Oh, and it did go to sleep. Okay, so I can check the resistance here. So let's do that. Now, why is the door dinger going off? I don't know, but it is. So let's see what we got. Oh, nice. I put everything on everything. There we go. We should have about 60 ohms. And, I mean, 62. I'm calling that good. That's good for my house. We're gonna now make sure we got power. So that means that the terminating resistor in the BCM is on the circuit, so the CAN lines are continuity, you know what I mean? Whatever. Checking for power and grounds at the BCM now. All right, and the ignition just came on and then went back off. The key is not in the car. The key is not in the car right now. I am not touching anything. It's just turning on and off on its own. Okay, well. Let's put the key in the car. Attempt to turn it on. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go down there and check power and grounds at the BCM now. All right, we got the ignition on for now, if it stays on. And we're gonna check power and grounds here. I've got my high amp, high load test light here. Check for power and grounds. I think it draws about 4 or 5 amps. That should be plenty. This is ground. All right. Should have expected this. Okay. We're gonna check for first power. Oh, yep, we got power. For sure we got power. We got power. And this also means we have a good ground on there. That's not a power, that's right. Alright. There's one more over here. Where was it? I just heard something click. Hopefully the ignition didn't turn off. Yeah, man. We got ground and we got all powers. I'm calling a bad BCM. We got a bad body control module in this vehicle, bro. Modulating. And yeah, well, it still had power even though it shut itself off. Kind of halfway shut itself off. That's cool. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's Coolio Beanios. Bad BCM. LOLOL. And alright, so in this clip, the new BCM has been installed and programmed, and it did not work. So, here I am at the rear of the vehicle at the keyless entry control module. And this is me checking for continuity from the ignition switch to it. And in this clip, I mean, it's pretty not obvious because of what's on the screen here, but I checked afterwards with a diode tester, or a regular continuity tester, and it does have continuity all the way back here. So the wires between the ignition switch and the keyless entry control module was not the problem. All right, well, it wasn't the BCM. Excuse me, I'm deep in it now. So, anyways, it's a CAN issue. Here's what's going on. I disconnected this jumper harness here. This is JX300, I believe. Yes, JX300. And I had communication with a bunch of other stuff, and all of a sudden my CAN low, or LIN, whatever this is, looks good. So I started jumpering stuff to the BCM, to the keyless control module, and now it runs every time. Perfect. Still got a ton of communication codes. So I'm going over here, and I start with another jumper lead. I mean, this is my jumper situation, real nice, yeah? And I just start adding modules back in one by one until I got to this one here. And when I go to that one, boom! Signal drops out. Now that is pin ABC on this connector. And pin C goes to the side object sensor module left. So we are going to find out where that is, and we're going to go there next and take a peek ski at it. All right, number 4 on this diagram. Number 4. We need to get to the lift gate. Nice. Oh my God, bro! I don't know if you just caught that or not, but I'm just adding this in here to show how fried I was at this point trying to figure out what's going on with this car. But if you just saw in that clip, I was looking up the location of the lift gate object sensor, not the left obstacle sensor. So in these next couple of clips, you're just going to see me going on a little bit of a goose chase for the that sensor, and it's not, you know, where I'm looking. Anyways, I just thought it was funny, so I'll put these clips in anyway. All right, well, conveniently enough, I can't open it where we're at because it's on the lift thing, but it, oh man, that does not sound good. So it's like in here. All right, I'm gonna have to move this forward. Hold on. Trunk is open. I've got this disconnected here. So and our network is still bad. Okay, let's take this liftgate module out, or sensing module thing. Network's back to normal. Reconnect. Our network's bad. So something on that line is still bringing it down. Where does that go? Sensor left. X495. Where is X495? We gotta go there next. We gotta find that. Now this is where I actually get pretty lucky, because me looking for that connector is what led me to the actual obstacle or object detection sensor that I was looking for to begin with. So I went back to right here at the rear of the vehicle at the right corner behind the rear fascia. I went there to try and look for this connector to see if anything was going on with it. But when I was doing so, I actually found the right side sensor. So I looked over across the bumper and I saw the left side. So now in this next clip, I found the correct sensor, correct module, and yeah, so let's see what happens next. Right, so we're underneath the left side of the bumper here, and I found the that side object detection module thing. I don't know what the F they're talking about in the lift gate, so I'm trying to get this thing unplugged. It's gonna be a bit of a hard time. Let me get that unplugged and take a peek at it. 1 minute. Oh my gosh. All right, well, amazingly, the connector actually looks okay. No like visual corrosion or anything like that. So I'm gonna leave that unplugged, and we're gonna go back and check our network. See what it looks like. Let's go just. And let me get this all back set up because it turned itself off. Sweet. All right, we've got that C-pin jumpered, which is going to that left module. The module is unplugged. And look what we have here. We have a good network. We still got a good network. So I'm going to get this plugged back in. Leave that module unplugged behind that bumper and see if we're normal. See if we're back to normal. Besides, gonna have no communication to this module now, but so what? All right, we got our jumper installed. I mean, our JX300 installed correctly again here. We're gonna crank and there we are. Let's go see what we got. Communication. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We had nothing before. We had none of nothing. Good Lord. It's okay if it's running. Don't worry about that. All right, let's let this go through. See what we got. All right, so we've got communication with everything that it's equipped with, except for those side detection modules, side object, like this here. It doesn't have that cruise control. It doesn't have electric e-brake, and it doesn't have the air suspension. That's why these two are out. So not worried about any of that. Got a strange code in the ABS here for the pump motor, but I'm not worried about that because this is all that I cared about, is that every time it does start and run. Who cares? So there we go. What is that? The side object detection module right back in there. Shorting that CAN network, or the low speed, the GM LAN. Crazy. Look at that. Now it's golden goose. Cool.